Benji, what does a win like that do for the locker room?
It's refreshing for one. To be able to kind of gut out a win like that, it shows you, I guess, what kind of team we are, and you just grow closer as a team. Adversity builds people, it builds a team, it builds a group together. So a lot of times when you have so many things go wrong in a game like that, like a pump block, hit, sometimes, a lot of times you're waking up the next day and, like if we could have done this, we won. We could have won, but we found out a way to win. And that's the sign of an improved team and a good team, is finding ways to win no matter the circumstances. So it builds our confidence that we are a team that we find ways to win, and you can move on with that.
I think for Hokies fans, that was one of the more entertaining games that they've seen in a while. What is it like to play in a game like that? Is it nerve-wracking? Is it fun? I mean, did you notice in the moment how kind of zany that game was?
It's 100% fun, and honestly, from a personal preference, it's preferred. To see like the stadium come alive when we're making a run, to see 300 shirtless people in the student section waving their shirts, that was awesome. And to just, I feel like that's kind of when momentum started to pick up and some of the people started to feel like deep down in their soul, like somehow, some way we're going to win this game. And those are the games you want to be in, because Coach Monty talked about in the team meeting before that game, he talked about being the man in the arena, and you truly feel like you're a man in an arena. And it was a Friday night. Nobody else was playing really. We were the game on, millions of people watching, and as a competitor and as an athlete, you don't want anything more. You want to be put on the spotlight in a close game to, bring your guts and show what you can do.
Were you impressed by the dedication of those shirtless bros? That was like 2 hours in 40-degree weather.
Yeah, well, I don't think the weather had anything to do with it. I think they may have been warm with something else. But yes, I was, though. I was. It kind of shows you the spirit and life of Blacksburg in general, not just our football team and our fans, but to see that was very encouraging, and hopefully they can bring that juice Saturday.
Speaking of a second overtime, to finally get back into the pass game after you run, how big was your catch there to set you guys up for third and manageable to get to Kai?
Yeah, first of all, it was a good play call. That kind of route and that kind of concept is kind of hard to cover really in any coverage, because the corner has to get depth in case some sort of deep route. So, I just caught it and got a few extra yards and tried to use my frame to get a few yards. But it was a good play call. It was good execution, good throw by Kyron, good protection. But it was cool to throw the ball. But I like running the ball too. It's fun.
Right to Kai's catch, being able to come back for that, stop his momentum one way and then be able to correct his body and catch it.
Yeah, it was an RPO, so I was blocking kind of near that catch, and I kind of saw him slide and reach back, and to do that under that kind of circumstances, to have that kind of body control, that kind of focus, those hands, and I think he had actually like kind of dropped the ball. Maybe it was either like in the last drive of the fourth quarter, something like that. So he didn't let his confidence waver. He trusted his hands. He trusted his preparation, what he worked on. And, yeah, I was just so proud of Kai. I love that dude. He's faced a lot of adversity. And for him to have the game he did and the plays he made, I can't do nothing but hug him after every time he scores and every time he makes a play. I love that dude.
You mentioned you like running the ball. How good was it for, like, you, Jurikis, Harry, to get involved in, run blocking and be able to knock some defensive backs on their backside and clear some lanes for Marcellus and Kyron?
Yeah, it's fun. Obviously, our coach is big into that. He always tells us the pass game is what it is. It'll find us. But if we can create holes in the run game, that's kind of what's important to us. And we've embraced it, and it's fun. Like every run play that's called, every time we get to block anybody. We're just fired up because we work on it a ton, and to finally see our preparation, what we do during the week, show up on film. It's fun to see. Obviously, there's still a lot to work on. Putting a defensive back in there, honestly, that impressive. I'm probably 80 pounds heavier than him, so it's kind of expected in our room. But we just kind of need to keep working, work on fits, working on leverage, keep getting movement at the second level, and work on the first level first and things like that. So a lot of work still to be done, but it's always fun when you get to be involved in the run game scheme like that.
How challenging is Louisville's run defense to get you guys going on Saturday?
Yeah, it's an exciting opportunity. They're a really good defense. Their defensive line's very stout. Their linebackers and really their DBs, they get downhill when they're part of the run fits. Linebackers are stout. D-line's stout. They play active. They play with their hair on fire. So give you a lot of kind of different looks at a very random times. It'll be 1st and 10, and they'll have 7 up. If you're in 2x2, it's just they do a good job of trying to get you off schedule and behind the chains. So we'll have to do a great job this week, starting today, with our preparation and communication and fixing up the game plan.
Let's go Thomas and then David, then we'll go to Zoom.
Jarikas, just what have you seen in terms of his growth?
Yeah, I mean, from day one to day, I was working at camp my redshirt freshman year that he was at. So I remember seeing him from the earliest stages on being here. And to see him then and to see him now, it's like whatever a bigger difference is than night and day, to be honest. He's improved so much, and he's wanted to improve. You want to see a player want to get better and want to be coached hard and want to push yourself. And he's probably one of the hardest, if not one of the hardest workers, not on our team, that I've ever met. So, and I love that dude. We're roommates, kind of from the same area in Southwest Virginia, so we have a lot of the same hobbies. So hang out all the time. I love that dude, and to see him progress the way he has, to see him play as much, it's rewarding, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see.
And then what was your reaction to each of the missed field goals in the fourth quarter?
So what? Now what? That's what you got to have as an athlete. Obviously everyone has a job to do, but I can't get mad at somebody else for having maybe an unsuccessful try when I've missed blocks. I mean, that's not fair to them or to me. So, you know what? You have to move on, and you have to be mature about it. And like I said, the fourth quarter and then overtime, I kept going around the huddle, and I asked the players, I said, so what, now what? It's already happened. You can't do anything about it. What are you going to do now? So that's kind of the mentality I bring when that thing happened.
You said Monty told you guys you got to bring your guts. Do you feel like that kind of showed up in overtime?
Oh, for sure. I think it showed up in overtime, and I really think it started at halftime. We started the game hot, hit a lull, went into halftime, and a few people were kind of like, maybe starstruck, like, what the heck happened? But, Coach Ferg, Coach Monty, we broke it up as a team, and I said, if you're not willing to go out there and fight, not just play hard, fight and win, and if you don't believe it in your soul, stay in the locker room. We don't need you, don't want you. And to no surprise to me, everybody walked out there because everybody believed and everybody was willing to fight. So it was awesome to see because, yeah.
When your defense, that final 4 plays from Cal didn't give up a yard, when you're standing on the sideline watching that, what's going through your mind as you see your defense come up with a stop?
Yeah, I was on the far end, kind of away from everybody because I was squatting. I was just watching the game. I was a little nervous at that point, just kind of anxious. But I trust our defense. I've seen them step up and make great plays in crunch time before. I've seen how they play in practice. I see how they practice. I hear how Coach Chiefs coaches. And those guys love him. Those guys prepare their butts off for him, and they work hard every single day. And no matter who's out there, you got freshmen out there, you got this out there, everybody's doing their job. And I did, when it was second down, third down, I didn't expect them to waver or bend a bit because I know what kind of mentality that they bring to the field every day.
Any questions on Zoom for Benji?
On Zoom, again, please use the raise hand feature to ask questions for Benji. We'll take a couple questions for Benji. Any final questions for Benji on Zoom? Okay, Travis.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, guys.